It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso, hopefully in a very positive mindset. If not, just stick around. We've got John Sanei, one of the most abundant, is that a good term? Because you have an energy that kind of infects people. And I hope you dig the vibe when you come onto set and everyone cheers for your presence, because it's really cool having you here.
Thank you.
Onto a third book now, third in 3 years. Foresight, and we've gotten into the kind of broader perspective of what's behind the book, and congratulations. I know it's no mean feat. But what an interesting time, and what an interesting time to be trying to wrap your head around what's going on in the world. And maybe you can help guide us, because I think a big part of our perception now, and the negative, is that we are being replaced by robots, that AI is taking over, that the fourth industrial revolution means that those of us who were born on the wrong side of the digital divide, are going to really struggle. But on the flip side, it's a brave new world. It's an amazing new world. Driverless cars, is it going to end in disaster? How close are we to an automated world when it comes to our cars and the roads?
Well, I think as far as cars are concerned, we're about to see Tesla switch on its Uber disruptor. Have you seen that recently? So Elon Musk is now switching on all of its existing Teslas to become autonomous taxis, taking the price down per kilometer by up to 80% compared to Uber. So he's about to disrupt Uber. So we are already seeing in pockets around the world.
Do you think Uber have a preloaded response? Or they?
Well, I think
must have to.
Well, I think that what you see from Uber is that they have to get rid of their drivers and make their cars electric to become profitable. Their model is not profitable. Last year, they burnt $1.8 billion. So they have to become autonomous. So their business model is relying on them becoming autonomous. So that's happening in pockets of the world. But before people get too scared about autonomous vehicles and artificial intelligence, let's just backtrack a bit, because this panic that's set into humanity has been with us from a very long time. If you just think about it, the turn of the century, of the 19th century, coming from the 18th to the 19th, what people were panicking about then was electricity. Is that all of a sudden there was this new thing that was ubiquitously available that was taking jobs away from people who washed clothes, the washing machine. It was taking away all sorts of different business models because of electricity. People panicked. But we've done really well, new jobs have been created, and we're carrying on. Remember, just 20 years ago, people were in panic with Y2K. Planes were going to fall out the sky.
I am part of that generation, yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
So I think the panic that's setting up is just our reptilian brain being overactive, looking for danger rather than opportunity.
And change does scare us, and I think we're lucky in that our world, we are exposed to a lot of change, so it starts to excite us more because we realize new opportunity. When it comes to AI, what is the opportunity for those of us that aren't in a normal kind of techie lane, but we need to grow? I mean, I've got a young boy that I'm going to have to usher into a completely different world to the one that how do we future-proof ourselves? I know it's a terrible term, but how do we best approach AI? Should we all just learn how to talk to our phones?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think Siri is getting smarter and smarter every day. I mean, AI learns from a process of interaction just like we do, except Siri is dealing with millions and millions of people a minute. So if you just had to tell Siri 5 years ago that you wanted to jump off a bridge and kill yourself, she'd say it's in your diary. No, it should say to you, your closest bridge is 3 kilometers away. If you had to tell Siri 5 years ago, to remind me on Monday morning to kill myself at 9 o'clock, she'd say it's in your calendar, reminding you to kill yourself. If you had to tell Siri today, I want to kill myself, she says, sounds like you're in a bit of trouble. Can we call the suicide hotline for you? So AI is getting smarter and more intelligent. There's no stopping it.
More empathetic.
And much more empathetic. So what we have to do is, and I advise everybody, is expose yourself to new information every day, whether it's a podcast, a YouTube clip, a blog post. Get your family around. Watch it together. Have the discussion about these things so that they're not strange and the unknown. They become part and parcel of your language and your perspective. It's exactly how people understood electricity, became wealthy in the space of electricity. And AI is the same thing. AI is going to be attaching itself to everything that we understand, just like electricity was. From a drill to a washing machine to a toothbrush, we're soon going to have AI telling us how much water we need to be drinking. It's going to be connected to the cups. It's going to be connected to the lights. It's going to be connected to everything. So it's not a point of avoiding it. It's how best to prepare for it. And the best way to do that is minute by minute, moment by moment, day by day, expose yourself to the information.
Assimilate, because we're going to get to a point you're going to be, when your cup hasn't refilled itself, you're going to be like, what did I do? How did I refill my own cup of water before I had a machine to do it? Buddy, I've got to ask you just maybe an overarching question, because the one thing, is positivity seems to be something that you feed off, and it seems to be a choice.
Yes.
I think people kind of assume that their mental state is happening to them, but you have chosen to be a particular kind of way. How do you maintain? Are you always positive, or do you wake up in the morning like, and you have to like, woo, 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 get yourself to that point? How do you keep that mindset?
I think it's a matter of responsibility. And I think what we have to realize is that our focus is our responsibility. And the way we allow ourselves to get caught up in negative spirals downwards is just a point of focus. If we are able to keep our focus, manage our focus, and be responsible for our focus, we have no option but to focus on the things that make you excited. So the way I go about making decisions throughout the day is what makes me most excited, not what makes most logical sense, or not what makes the egotistical decision make me look bigger, but what actually gets me to be excited. And in that process of decision making, I make myself the person responsible for my actions. People that are complaining, blaming, and shaming have lost the idea that they're responsible. They've given the power away.
Oh, buddy, I absolutely love that. I'm buzzing a little bit. If you want to get into the same buzz and get more excited about this incredible world that is being created around us, that you can play a part in creating, then make sure you get your hands on any one of his books. But Foresight is there for you to absorb and assimilate. We'll have all of those details on our social media platforms and yours as well. Where can people connect with you?
Well, my surname is Sanei, S-A-N-E-I, so John Sanei. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and the whole lot.
And he'll answer back. You really will answer back. John, you're an absolute legend.
Thank you, man.
So much.
Thank you so much. Cheers.